Spears and Steinberg.
You know what the it is?
Aries and Andy, Jew and the Jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut, cold. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Scribe, we lit.
There's levels to this shit. Before you was on your mama.
Aries Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism. Much love to my loyal bag holders.
Rollers, loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
Hey, folks. Incidentally, before I say who this Steve is by, for this particular episode, we're going to give the voicemails a rest because there's a lot of y'all that have written in, and I really want to give y'all, I don't want to make y'all think y'all just writing to be writing. So I want to give you loyalists a day in the sun for you. And then
here it comes. Emails,
I know,
and
right?
there it is.
And then back to Andy's suggestion where we do half-hour emails, half-hour of the voicemails. So that being said, Frank Williams, thank you for coming to the shows in Chicago. I left you 6 tickets upon request. Of course, I'm going to put some money in your pocket for coming up with these Steves. Let it begin. This Steve comes to us from Frank Williams, Steve Sugar Hill Gang. Hey, this is Steve, brought to you by your partners, the Sugar Hill Gang. Steve, drop that beat. I said a hip hop, the hibby to the hibby, the hip hop. You don't stop rocking to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm, the boogie. Steve.
Yeah.
He gets it, man. That's why he's the #1 reporter in the field.
He's coming tonight, though, right?
Yeah, he's coming tonight. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
What
do we got?
The first the first email is from Darren.
Can we get a drum roll or anything for the first email for the all
Emails.
email podcast?
As he looks for the button. Yeah. Darren, Eddie Murphy, Netflix doc. Hey, A&A, just wanted to say I finished watching the documentary, and while I knew it was going to be more of, oh, shit, this feeds into what Mark is saying.
I know.
While I knew it was going to be more of a Puff legacy piece, I felt the most awkward facet that took me out of the project was Eddie laughing differently than he did in his heyday. It's a damn shame, Aries, damn shame. So now we just gave kudos to both Mark and me.
Yeah.
Because Mark felt like it was a Puff piece, and I hated that new laugh.
I agree with everybody, but that doesn't mean.
Well, you don't agree that it was a Puff piece.
It was the version told by Eddie Murphy of his life up until this point. I think that's fair. I didn't say that I didn't enjoy it, but it was the Eddie Murphy. It's a kind of sanitized. Would you say sanitized version of what he wanted it to be?
I don't know. Because it's like you could still be vulnerable and, really explore situations where you maybe thought you were wrong or talk about certain things without making yourself like look bad.
Well, but even when he said the thing about SNL, he didn't say, yeah, I was mad, I was hurt. He goes, no, I was never mad at David Spade. I was mad because of all the channels it had to go through, and that he made it nicer. And so that's why I use the word sanitized.
And he talked about it for 30 seconds and then move on to the next thing.
Sanitized.
Listen, he should have interviewed the tranny.
I remember when I was in Eddie's truck, and I tried to tell him I was a fan, and he said, I can't hear you. That's when he whipped out his penis, and he held his in my face and said, speak into the mic.
Just in the other side of the story, in Eddie's defense, there's nothing saying that he knew that she was the
little farce you tried to play with my sister. The fuck out of here, you do, nigga.
I'm just saying, there's
rolling around.
You just pitch up a hitchhiker
at 2 a.m. in Hollywood, in areas where you know they are, and your reasoning is, I just wanted to give him a ride. Come on.
What does Eddie say when he peeks his head out the window?
To the tranny? Hey, I just want to give you a ride. Make sure you're safe.
Yeah, that laugh is better for that
Right.
because you can't do the other laugh because everybody would know.
Yeah. Pancho. Hola, Panchito. Hola, Panchito. Pancho Z. Eddie Murphy documentary. What's up, Spearsburg Pod? Ayo. The new Eddie Murphy documentary on Netflix was great. Seeing all that footage of Eddie as a kid was crazy and really showed his whole life. That's great. And Aries, the best part was when he had the Cosby and Pryor puppets, and he even had a Paul Mooney puppet. Let me stroke my own ego here. I do a better Paul Mooney.
You do the best, Paul Mooney.
Okay.
But I'm going to say something that you're not going to like about it because that one came so natural to you.
Paul Mooney?
Yeah, you didn't really put the Aries effort into that one like you have on other ones.
What does that even mean?
Because I saw you when you wanted to do the Tony Soprano. You really got into it and you were detailing it. And for whatever reason, it was like you channeled Paul Mooney. You didn't even.
You talking about on the last part, on the episode? On this? When I did the Tony?
No. Yeah, when you do Tony, you really were. When you first started, you were like, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm
Right.
almost there. Paul Mooney, like you just channeled Paul Mooney. All of a sudden, you just went, I'm doing Paul Mooney, and Paul Mooney was there. That's what I'm
Nigga,
saying.
That's because it's come easy to. Trying to be a white man, you've got to put on that white face. You've got to tuck and thin in those lips. You've got to have monkey hairs, and you've got to become that goddamn ape. But when you are flows like a period on a young. God damn it.
See, like, I would love to be at Eddie's house and he pull out the puppets and he do Richard Bill, let me do Paul.
This Eddie's got puppets. I'm rolling in my goddamn grave. Richard, you know, Bill, you know you put that goddamn chocolate, that pill in the chocolate, and Richard, you want to pop that pill in your mouth. Be careful because Bill might pop you in your ass.
That was hilarious. Eddie, Aries, can you come up with Cosby jokes like Eddie did about the pill in the chocolate, LOL? And lastly, when is that movie you did with Elise Neal and Leon coming out? I don't know. I do not know. We'll see. I think it's going to go to some film festival first, and then we'll see what happens. Again, like I said on the Eddie Murphy episode, I'm hoping for the best, but, oh, shucks, might happen.
Your penis colada is just as funny as anything Eddie Murphy said.
You know, I love a lot of women, you see, so I'm going to make you a penis colada. I'm going to make you a with the emphasis on the word.
You want to put it in that tail. Okay.
What happened?
No, just you like debating.
Yeah. John Finley. Can black people / minorities be racist? Hey, Aries and Andy. Hope this email finds you and everyone at the studio well. At the studio, at the hotel. I just want to start with Aries. Big fan, man. Started watching you when I was 12 years. When I was 12, a year after your Look Hollywood, I'm Smiling special drop. Been following you since. One of my favorite comedians. You've been following me since one of your favorite comedians, okay? I'm hoping to get to one of your shows next time you're in Phoenix. Much love to Andy and yourself for what y'all do. But let's get into it. I'm a Palestinian American for background information. I recently had a conversation with some of the guys at work about African Americans and how / if they can be racist. They voiced their reasoning as African Americans never had power to oppress another group of people, therefore they can't be racist. But when describing the way they coworkers view and handle certain things, it could be perceived as racist while they view it as prejudice. When I explain my personal experiences, especially when going to Israel to visit family who were allowed to stay there, i.e. can't speak Arabic in public, can't claim Palestine, ethnicity, etc., my coworkers then told me you can't be racist. Hoping y'all get a chance to discuss this topic and share your opinion. Love you guys. Stay blessed. I feel like at once upon a time ago, that was true. But now there are absolutely black people in positions of power that if they want to yield it a certain way, they can. So does that still hold up, that definition?
Well, I think that's part of the problem is you got to define what the word racism means first.
But if we define it as what they say it is, power and being able to...
Yes, but unfortunately, I think the word bigotry and other words that aren't racism are described as racist, and that is not the case of what it actually meant. Mm-hmm. And then the other part is, let me ask you this question. If you're a white European man, can you go through life without ever having to do business with anybody else besides a white European man?
Can you do that?
Hey, can you go through life and never have to deal with anybody else besides another white European man?
I wish.
The answer to your question is no, right?
You're talking about in this country or
If you
in Europe?
No, when I mean European
White
descent,
man in America.
a white European descent. What we consider Europe, like we consider white in America from Europe, right? So what I'm asking you is, as a white man, can you decide that I'm only going to do business, I'm only going to shop, I'm only going to buy, when I go to a store, I'm only going to work with? Can you choose to only work with a white person for the rest of to do everything that you want to do?
Pretty tough.
Is it? Is it possible?
Do you think it's possible?
I think it's possible.
It feels like a riddle.
Well, no, because
No, because I want to say it is possible depending on your business, but that seems like that can't happen.
Let me ask you in a different way. As a black man, do you think that you could just do business with a black person and never have to do anything else amongst white men?
Hell yeah, I ain't got to do business with them.
Okay. Then it does.
Especially if my business is in a black neighborhood. I mean, deep black. So black that it's like you in the ass cavity of an African.
But then if you wanted to go to a grocery store, can you do business only with the black grocery store owner?
I don't know, but I make sure the eggs I buy are brown.
So, but what my point is, and this is where the definition of what racism is, if you could do business with what you look like, and only that, and what I'm saying is like a white European man or a white European history background, whatever, however you want to look. What I'm trying to say is, then you are not affected by racism. Therefore, you can be a racist because you have sway over what other people do. Because you, as a black man in America, probably have to deal with white business, white owners, white banks, white. So you don't have a direct path where you're not influenced by white America. Now, but here's the problem with that, and this is the problem where we have to define what America becomes. America needs to figure out a way that we don't have. We're always going to have a tribalism of Black America, Mexican America, Cuban, whatever it is that we have. We'll have those. But the goal of America was supposed to be American. And so you'd say, okay, I'm only going to deal with Americans, and then we wouldn't have this racist problem here. But we don't. We have this other problem. We have this other thing. So as long as you cannot do business with a direct line with other black people and not have to be influenced by what white says to you, then there is a possibility that you don't have the ability not to be affected, so racism still can occur. Now, does that mean that someone at I don't know, like a black record company that's all black owned, black artists, and a white dude wants to work there, he could go piss off? Is that racist? No, that's bigotry. That you could say that's a racist move, but do you have the ability? You have the ability to affect one life. You don't have the ability to move in a racist way. That's just one entity. You don't have but that black record owner is probably going to have to deal with somebody along the line that's white in there to continue their business. That's how the racism.
In other words, Berry Gordy at some point had to deal with them Jews,
or the Turkish guys. All the other people that are in the record business. Yeah. I'm just saying what is, you have to define what racism is first. We don't define racism as what is the cause and effect. We just to say if you listen, the guy that lives next to you if you live in a $100,000 house or you're paying rent in your $2,000 apartment, the white guy next to you, if you're a black guy, is not a racist, even if he is a bigot, because he doesn't have sway over your life.
Got it.
Okay.
Karate Mouse. New voicemails. Hey, sup, Aries, Mark, and Doodoo Andy. Karate Mouse back in the house. Sorry, been a while. Been busy and but hope all is well with y'all. I heard the last episode you ran out of O. Steve's, and I think I sent one a while back y'all didn't read. So if y'all running out, feel free to give mine a try. It is kind of long, so I get why you probably didn't want to read that. Ha ha. But have Mark read it if you want. I ain't trying to make a ninja mad about mad and but I think it's a good one. Anyways, I love the addition to the new voicemails. It's really interesting, funny, educational, and cringe as but I like the new take. You guys should take advantage of the new take and start having a contest of the month or some sort of thing for people to leave monologues, impressions, or something. This is kind of comedy gold. Prizes don't have to be anything big. It can be just a short special AI song, shout out or some dumb shit. But overall, I like the new addition. We need to get Brandon live from the UK to call in. I want to hear that goofball's voice. Also, the other dude's dad sound interesting as a guest segment too. Okay, I don't want to make this too long and piss you off, my guy. But a few episodes back, Andy went on about meeting a fan and how it was nice meeting him. And when he emailed in, and literally the next episode, Andy says some shit about why he never says nice meeting you to people because you haven't really met them or some shit like that. I could be wrong, but I was dying. Anyways, y'all take care and play my song this time. Y'all don't ever play my shit. My bad. It's 1 minute, but at least let the beat drop. I want to know what y'all think. Ha ha, take care, y'all. Oh, and then he sends the song.
Just before, so I don't forget, it wasn't that you can meet people. I meet people after shows all the time, but when someone shakes your hands and goes, "Nice meeting you," like that's not a meet. That's not, we didn't share anything. I don't know you. I'm not even. If I walked up the stairs, I might not remember that I shook your hand. When we have a conversation, we share some things. That's more of a meet. That's what I was saying. I don't know that I met you. That you met me. I didn't meet you.
I don't know if you're being technically right with what the term meet means. Because if that person meets you, you shake hands, even if they only stay long enough in your face to go, "Hey, how you doing?" Move on. If they bump into somebody else and go, "God, this guy Andy Steinberg," and he goes, "I've met him before."
Yeah, I met him.
He met you.
Yeah, he met me, but I always think of meeting someone is that there's some exchange that takes place that we're gonna have some memory. Like I've met a lot of people,
Right.
but I don't say I know this person or I met them. I'll say I had talked to him for a second. I don't know that I have. You're right. It probably is a meet, but I guess I'm defining it differently in my own head.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Brandon called in and he sounds exactly like how I imitated? How you guys doing, sucker? It's Brandon from the UK.
I'm gonna bring a tape recorder just in case we meet him in the UK.
I don't want to meet that motherfucker.
I meet a lot of people you don't want to meet. Like I'll be out there doing the T-shirts or whatever, and someone will come up to me and go, "Hey."
Yeah. I want to ask the fans a question because while we were selling merch last night, some lady tells me that Dion Cole sells pictures. To take a picture with him is $100, and the line was around the block.
It probably
Would you? How many of you guys would pay $100 for a photo? Because I'm really itching to move my price up $60.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm sure it comes with something. Like he probably has a package deal. It's like the picture and the shirt or something like that.
All right.
No one, I mean.
So tell me, put your Jew hat on for a second, Yarmulke. Would a deal be like, okay, normally I sell the picture for $40, the T-shirt for $40. The package deal is if you give me $100, you get both.
That's the deal you want.
Yeah.
Well, and then you can shake my hand and say you met me.
And that would be the other 20.
Yeah, that's the other 20.
All right.
Well, just so do you have to pay for the meet and greet beforehand,
Yeah, you know,
and then you go
know,
online?
that's what
You know, my agent suggested that. I'm telling you, maybe because, they say you don't know how much money you have until, well, no, you don't. You're not rich. What's this saying? You know you're rich when you don't
Know how much money you have?
not when you don't know how much money you have. And maybe this is where I go, because I don't want nobody touching my money. To sort of go meet and greet, and pay somebody else, and then you give it to me. I don't want nobody giving me my money.
Well, let me just tell you this, because I know that you're interested in the yacht and the big house and the big fanfare. Mick Jagger doesn't sell his T-shirts after the show, dude.
Yeah, but he's Mick Jagger. At that point, you
Well, if you want to be, you have to start doing what the path has been laid out for you.
not this cruel matter. Only in your mind.
But you know, but I would say for you, honestly, I think people really enjoy the fact that you are out there and you're selling your merch and you're meeting them and you're
And I
shaking
enjoy
your-
it a little too.
And you know why? And I think this is why. And I think this is the hardest part about doing meet and greets. And this is why I like it, because I'm not good talking to people. But when you sell a merch, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it's very, you know, it's understood.
There's a how you doing? Thanks for buying it. Get the out
Yeah.
my face.
And it doesn't have to be but thank you. Someone else is behind you, and we need to go forward.
Right.
And that's what's nice about doing the merch, because I don't know how to begin a conversation. I really don't know how to end a conversation. But
I tell you, there's a few times where you'll be off to the side talking to somebody, and I'm selling merch, and I look over, and I'm in my head, I'm going, this conversation is going way longer than it should be.
mine,
Nigga, you trying to sell shirts? Tell this move the fuck on.
dude. But I talk about so many personal issues.
I know, but
the
I
autism
think that's getting in the way of business.
Sometimes I might lose a shirt. I might lose a shirt sale, but I've actually met somebody because we had this conversation. And sometimes it's worth it. When I'm talking about people's kids and we're talking about autism and something that's close to me and because of my son, yeah, I'm going to spend some time talking to you because we have a commonality that
Right.
I would like to be helpful. And I've given people some information. People have looked me up, got a
That's
hold of
why
me.
you got to write the book. Write a book. People will buy that too.
Yeah, maybe.
And you've been talking to some cuties this weekend. I'm just saying.
I'd like to do a comic book though. I would or like what's it called? It's not a comic book, but it's a graphic
I'm telling
novel.
you, just a small 100-page paperback
A graphic novel.
called True Story.
Hey, make sure
I like
you don't, please, Mark, don't let me forget. I want to do the
Stupid.
yeah.
And I know you don't believe it. Like people like me. They come up and talk to me. Because you said you've been talking to some cuties. I mean, people talk to me.
By the way, I didn't mean it in a hitting on them sense.
No,
It
no,
just
no. You
happened to
didn't
be
mean like I
cute.
was talking to him. You meant that I've been talking.
But they
Tara,
were-
he's
they-
not doing anything
They were
bad.
talking to you.
Tara, he's not doing anything he shouldn't be doing. He's being faithful. Trust me.
Trust me. When I went home last night, dude, it's so funny. I love when you said to me, we have one night with you every weekend.
That's it. And we don't even really have that. We get you every now and then.
No, usually I go out at least one night a week.
No, you haven't done that with consistency and I don't know how long.
Yeah, but I think I will be now because I miss going. You know what I miss the most? And I honestly, I know we're doing the emails, but you know what I miss the most about being on the road with you, especially going back to the bar afterwards or wherever we go, because you don't like to go to a loud place, which I really like because we would sit there and talk about comedy for hours and then, but we both have a lot of different things going on. So it's not as easy to talk about just comedy now. Now we have like real so I don't know. But I miss that. So when we go, I love talking about comedy, the show, other things that are happening in comedy. I love talking about comedy.
Right. I'm glad I found this email because I actually responded back. This kind of got me to the point where I was like, I don't want to just respond on the pod. I want to respond back to him now. So I wrote him an email back. But he goes, Robert Parker, the show is suffering right now. What's up, fellas? Let me jump right in on this subject. For the last 3 weeks, the show's taken turn for the worse. If it isn't Andy's pure hate for Mark, it's these absolutely awful voicemails. Clearly, Mark is not screening them ahead of the show and playing the best ones only. Come off as very amateur. You guys served us the pure, uncut yayo for years, but things are starting to fall apart. No on Mark, but he doesn't fit in. Andy clearly hates him, and he has a fucked up vibe. I suggest you guys use him as a producer only, not on-air talent. You guys are better than this. $10 Rob. Now, before I read my rebuttal, let me say this. I'm going to always stick up for my... trying to push the button?
You know.
Maybe yourself.
You got to be quick on the draw, man.
It was muted.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing. I'm going to always defend my guys because you guys say that's either so out of order or you say where, again, you have this view that you think that what you feel and say, everybody feels and say. And that's not the case, which is why I go to let me pat myself on the back again. I'm a goddamn genius because I want to put this in my show. This is what them young kids call dropping jewels. When I go, hey, man, don't think that just because you get out the water at the beach, the sea level changes. It's too many of you with too many different opinions, some good, some bad, the majority good, where it's like your one opinion don't affect nothing. Now let me read what
I just want to let you know that dropping jewels is now older people are saying that.
Really?
Yeah.
What the young kids say? No cap?
I don't even know what to say. I'm not a young kid, but dropping jewels was like when we were
In the 90s?
no, but not that long ago. But yeah, a few years ago.
Listen, jewels still have value. So if you drop it, somebody gonna pick it up. I just dropped another jewel, nigga. I'm definitely gonna read this on the pod, is what I said to him. Bruh, you have to understand opinions vary, and there are people who feel the exact opposite of you. So what do we do in this predicament? Listen to you or listen to the other folks who like it? We have to find balance. And there are a lot of people who like Mark. So, stick with us. We'll figure it out. I'd personally rather read the emails, but we have to give this a chance too.
Okay, can I comment?
Please.
Mark,
You know this is just like a couple people that left a voicemail and didn't get it played. I got 70 voicemails.
But that might not be that. That might not be that. Because like I said, Shamor wrote me and said she's not a fan of it. My man, what's his name? God, his name's on the tip of my tongue. Poles. I forget his name, but he's from Catskill. He said he's not a fan of it, but that comes with it.
Well, okay, first of all, though, I want to address the Mark myself.
Which is funny to me. Because you guys always hang out and talk in the green room like you're best friends.
Well, and we'll argue about the same we talk about on the podcast. We have two very different opinions, and this is where I think is up with our country is we are allowed to have different opinions, and we're allowed to verbally fight as much as we want to and still be friends. I've been friends with Mark. I don't know how many years I've known this dude. How many years has it been? Like 10?
I mean,
7?
I don't know. Well, I've known you for that long.
Yeah, but I mean,
How long have you liked him?
Well, that
We just started. Well,
yeah.
that ended when I went on the road with him.
But this is what we do. This is what people do. We have conversations, exchange ideas passionately. But on the podcast, I get irritated because he jumps in and there's no Mark just jumps.
Let me stop you right there.
You guys have more of a big brother, little brother rivalry versus I don't feel like a big brother, little brother thing with you. I feel like more like a best drinking buddy relationship with you.
But you know what's funny about it too is people would call before and say, Aries and Andy, you guys don't. They would give you because they go, Aries, you need to know more. So Mark is the one who knows more. So all this frustration that we have for not talking about it, it comes out this way, and it's directed this way. There's no loss of love that I have for Mark on this podcast. After we get done, we still go. What do we do? What did we do yesterday? We went to breakfast.
You really think you bad, don't you? Come on, let's go get something to eat.
Exactly, and so I love Mark. But as far as the thing, yeah, Mark does need. We're still figuring it out. Mark does. We talked about the other day. We need to figure either screening the calls or just killing a call if it doesn't sound well. We need to do those things, but we're discovering this as we do it.
And you know what kills me is you guys when you go, the arguing or the disagreements. How do you not see that that's good for this? How boring would it be if we were all sucking each other's and going, yeah, we all agree, YMCA?
It'd be very presidential.
You know what I mean? Oh, that's good timing. But this is a good thing, man. I don't understand the way people think.
Because there was a flow, and when you change the flow, people, it takes a while to get back into it. The best way I can say this is
be like water.
Yeah,
fit into any container.
That's it. everything advances. I remember when I loved De La Soul and they had that first 3 Feet High and Rising, and then the next album came out and Saturday was on, and I go, I didn't get it. And then like 2 months later, I was like, oh, I get it. I had to experience the evolution because I wasn't there as the evolution happened. I got it after the evolution took place. So you got to just move with us. You'll find it. We're still finding it. This is happening. This is the evolution.
Yeah, man. Leroy Furious. Antoine Fuqua got heat. Antoine Fuqua has an amazing track record for cinema. The Equalizer trilogy, which I knew. Training Day, which I knew. Oh, Shooter. I didn't know that. Branched off to a 3-season series. Magnificent Seven, which I knew. Mayor of Kingstown. Ah, that's right. And the upcoming Michael Jackson biopic. I love Spike Lee, but Antoine got that fire too. All right, take care. You know, when I was speaking to that, I think I was speaking more towards who's the director for the culture. You know, Spike Lee, most of his movies are oriented towards the culture. Those movies you name are all mainstream movies. Someone even wrote me about Steve McQueen and talked about some of the movies he had, which I really didn't have a big knowledge on Steve McQueen. But when he mentioned the movies, I went, again, mainstream. Whereas Martin Scorsese sometimes will often speak to the Italian culture. I'm going, who's the black director that speaks to the culture?
Yeah, I understood that. That's why I took it as that way, though, as well. But maybe we
Right.
didn't explain it very well. Maybe we didn't.
Right.
Woody Allen is the
Jewish culture,
Culture.
right? Yeah. Legos and locks and bagels and you know, uncircumcised penises. That's our culture. Matzo ball soup, where our noses are so big when we go to taste the soup, we can eat it and sniff the water at the same time.
I think I would say New York culture, but with a very
Only the Jewish district
with a very big slice of
of
Judaism. Yeah.
Judaism.
But that is it. There are directors for these things that capture the vibe of the culture. That's how that cinema was a way to introduce culture, so that we weren't looking out our windows going, "What are they doing over there?"
I like my women like I like to bring a lawsuit to someone. I like to sue young. I was hoping that might stick. Nothing gives you more of an erection than suing somebody in their when you're in your 20s. So you have to sue young. I didn't need to do it twice.
No, you didn't. But it was still funny.
All right. Patrick Aiken. And incidentally, this dude, Patrick Aiken, boy, he be sending me some awesome nudes on Instagram. Nigga. Some bitches with some booties.
I'm glad you added with booties, because you just
Oh,
said
yeah, that would have been a,
I was almost going to give a pause. Pause.
right. Holy shit, thank you. Oh, my God.
He's been sending me some awesome nudes.
Man.
This guy is unbelievable.
Right, pause. God damn. And so it begins. Aries, you a funny. I tell you what, when Andy and Mark started their political rant and you said, and so it begins, I must have rewound that 10 times when you said it. That was funny. Appreciate it, Patrick.
What are who are the nudes? Anybody that is in your top 10?
Just random.
Random.
black-
I think he said random black chicks.
Yeah.
Do it with little scars, because you seem to like. You said you like your women would have little scars, a little injuries that you can you can see the road map on them.
Just nicks. I don't want full-on scars. Nicks. Like bugs to a windshield on the highway. Just little nicks. Sprite Lee. Sounds like a soda that Spike Lee is endorsing.
Or a Kung Fu soda.
Sprite Lee. A movie critic suggestion. What's up, ANA and Mark? Long-time listener. This is about my 4th email sent. Hopefully this gets through. I'm a black film critic from Birmingham, Alabama that lives in Sydney, Australia. I know you guys are busy. on the road. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. But you got to check out the new Predator Badlands. Let me stop right there. I heard it's awful.
Really? I heard it was good.
I heard it was awful. But you see, from start to finish, it's the man food you guys are always talking about. It's the connecting to of biggest franchises in movie history, Predator and Alien. Let me stop again. Boy, they are wringing that rag to death. Done in a way that's not distasteful. It's hero's journey packed with passion, grief, and self-doubt, all wrapped in alien blood-soaked hunt. Oh yes, there will be space blood, just not the red kind. I'm not sure all audiences will connect with the tonal shift or the absence of some familiar Predator ingredients fans have come to love, but if you can, definitely catch this one on IMAX. Can't wait to see what you guys think. Stay safe out there, your boy Sprite. P.S. Go see the new Running Man as well. Dude, the previews for Running Man ain't getting me.
It looks like it could be interesting.
It's one of them movies where if me and you were on the road and we need something to talk about, we ain't really got nothing to do, let's catch a flick. It ain't, I gotta go out and see this. Incidentally, I want to ask you, are you excited for the Michael Jackson biopic?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, dude, Michael Jackson is very, but very important in my life. But like I said, I started DJing a little before Thriller, so
Yeah.
I liked other Michael. The Thriller kind of was like almost too much for me. But I loved it. I'm just saying it was like that was the commercial. That's when everybody came over to the dance party,
Right.
and I like Off the Wall a lot.
Are you familiar with this dude, Fabio Jackson?
No.
Yeah, there was a little bit of, like when they dropped the trailer, it was all over social media. People were talking about it. It was the next big thing. There's this Michael Jackson impersonator named Fabio Jackson. I mean, he really looks like Michael. So much so that he went out of his way to get surgery to look like Michael.
Well, you told me about this. That's right.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's watching the actual commercial for the movie. And he was catching a lot of backlash because he's watching it with this disdain and like he's upset. And people would ridicule him like, dude, you're not Michael Jackson. You act like Michael died and said, when I go, this guy's in charge. You're near an impersonator and you act like you're mad because they didn't pick you for the movie. And incidentally, Jafar Jackson, who's playing Mike, is Mike's nephew. I think he's Tito Jackson or Randy Jackson's son. So one, he looks kind of like Michael. The only complaint to a degree was when that opening scene when he goes, Quincy, can you turn the lights on for me? And they show him with the afro. People are going, his nose was not that goddamn big. But other than that, people love it. I think it's pathetic when you are not Michael Jackson and you that deep, you getting surgery to look like Michael.
You know, we discussed
That's
this.
pathetic,
We talked
man.
about this a little bit. And what it is, I do think that if it's your job and you want to enhance the way that you look so that you look more like it for your job, that makes sense. But here's the thing about an impersonator that people have to understand.
Yo, you got to live with that.
Not only do you have to live with it, but you're capturing a Polaroid of Michael Jackson. The biggest, like when I said the most commercial Michael Jackson is what you're putting out there. Michael Jackson went from being a little kid all the way to the guy that we saw at the end. And if he had lived, more Michael Jackson. You're a snapshot when you're an impersonator like that. When you're
Right.
doing, if you're an Elvis guy, which Elvis are you? You're in the jumpsuit, and you either do
Are you the black leather Elvis or you the fat chunky Elvis?
You're capturing a snapshot. You're not the person, and you have to live with that.
That's crazy.
So you know, to be irritated that they didn't pick you, would have been picked for a moment of Michael, not the complete Michael.
And listen, Jafar Jackson at one point had a group, and so he can now he's lip syncing, so there's no need for him to be able to sing. He got to do the dance moves though, and that seems like choreography wise that can be taught to you. But this guy Fabio Jackson, he recorded himself dancing, and the dancing wasn't bad, but he can't sing for shit. But it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, what's your psychosis where you go, I'm gonna be this dude, and if it's for TikTok purposes to earn money, like you say, okay, it's your job, but that's gonna be your job for how long?
So he can't look like that anymore because he's a Snapchat.
But you surgery, so you're stuck.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But people have. But if you love Michael Jackson, if you love his music, if you I don't want to say worship, but if you're on that, like, where this is the greatest, and people recognize you for having a similar talent and you looking like him, and you get adulation for that, that's going to lead you in that direction.
Right.
So, if he's making money and it's working for him right now, great. But if you're mad because you didn't get the part to play Michael Jackson from that's a problem.
I don't know what's more pathetic, the fact that you've altered your appearance through surgery to be him, or the fact that you're disappointed it wasn't you.
Well, here's my problem with it. Some people have told me I look like a cross between Dave Attell and David Cross. And see, here's where I have the problem. If you look like Michael Jackson, you can get laid for looking like Michael Jackson. You can't get laid for looking like David Cross and Dave Attell.
Listen, I saw footage of this dude, Fabio Jackson. He walked into some store, and I mean, people were asking to take pictures with him. That to me is another level of pathetic. You know this is not Michael Jackson. Why do you want a picture with this imposter? When do you whip that out at what function and go, hey, I got a picture with a guy that's pretending to be Michael Jackson. I'm blown away if you got the picture with Michael. What do I say to that? Oh, he does look like him. This is impressive.
Dude, you would put it out and you go, doesn't this dude look like Michael Jackson? He was over at the mall. I took a picture with him. Doesn't he look like Michael Jackson? I have a picture of a guy that I took who looked a lot like, I'm going to forget his name. Never mind. But I took a picture of some, I saw, I can't remember the guy's name that I was going to say, but I saw a picture of someone who looked famous, and I took a picture of him because he looked famous.
Right.
So that's basically the same thing, isn't it? I was like, I looked at other people, I go, can you believe this? Doesn't this look like this guy? And they were like, yeah, it does. That's it. That's the most you're going to get out of the other thing.
Yeah. Jesse Campos, 721 episode. Good morning. I started listening to you guys recently at work. So in one day, I hear a lot of episodes. In one day. Why are you laughing?
Because I thought, what would have been funny is it was said I started listening to you guys at work and now I'm fired. But
so in one day, I hear a lot of episodes. You guys were rating movie stars. Al Pacino, you did go over Cruising. Good movie. It wasn't a good movie for me. I started to watch it because it was Al Pacino. And then when it got into some of what it was about, I thought, okay, could be interesting. But then when they showed a dude chained up getting fisted in the club, I turned it off. You can only go so far with me with certain blood, squeamish, fistal.
I love the way that you just said that. Fistal?
Fistal.
Is that an actual word, fistal?
Let me check. Oh, God.
I'm surprised that isn't in your
That would have been
history.
great back. That would have been a great, as we call it in comedy, callback. Let me check my browser history.
Yeah.
Incidentally, what are you doing over there, Mark?
I was looking up. I was getting the planes, filing other services for the voice for more clearer calls.
Oh, all right.
He's working.
All right.
Now I feel like I have to stick up for him.
Fistal, not a word.
Okay. Well, I think it's a good comedy word.
Fistal, yeah.
Fistal.
You want this fistal? You ever been fistal fucked?
Been fistal tickled?
You tickle him with your fist, nigga. You put your hand in the ass and you just tickle him in the ass cavity.
You just go, Gucci, Gucci, go.
No, I'm not gonna say Gucci, Gucci, go.
That is so.
Oh man. Raymond Martinez. Different. Hey, I got a question for the both of y'all, especially Aries. Do you think black people would be any different if slavery didn't happen? Love the pod, take it easy. Different in what sense? Like if we would have never came over here?
Yeah, but see, he asked the question kind of weird that I can't answer. If slavery didn't exist, we wouldn't have people spread out all over the world. But slavery started with Slavic, and so, and you did say especially Aries, so maybe you're not making this a black thing, but then you did say, how did he say it?
I got a question for the both of y'all.
Okay,
It's for
so
you too.
did, yeah, okay.
But especially me, because I'm black.
But black, but then you would be focusing on a specific slavery. I think that the amount of people being moved all over the world might have caused other people to stay under supremacy longer as people develop more technology, and we could have seen Africa.
Dad, I got a better question. If you and I went back in a time machine to slavery years, and you could either choose to buy 50 slaves for next to nothing, or me, and it would bankrupt you, but knowing that we have a relationship
In the future?
in the past, we know now, we're going with the knowledge we have now back to 1776, and you could buy like 50 slaves and keep most of all your money because they dirt cheap, or you could buy just me and it would bankrupt you. But if you bought me, I know I wouldn't have to worry about a harsh, cruel living conditions.
Dude, you don't work that hard, man.
Yeah, what are you good at?
What?
Like what?
What am I good at? What does that mean?
Like in slave terms.
Crossing the lines, yo.
He said it first.
No, I said you don't work that hard. It's going to be a tough decision. What do you mean? Like like I know you.
Because
and
if you don't buy me, somebody else will buy me.
But
and
we're
I might-
friends. Of course I'm gonna buy you.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. But it's going to bankrupt you.
No, we're going to start our own team. We're going to do something. We're going to make money.
Dude, you have to see
When
this.
blacks and Jews get together, they make money.
That's when they're working for me. Listen, you have to see the movie. I think it's called Skin Game with James Garner and Louis Gossett Jr. And the plot is James owns Louis, but they're chummy. And they go around to different plantations kind of conning people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's funny though, because let's say that what you said is true. Like that situation occurred, and then I want you not to be up in life, so I buy you, right? And then later, 100 years.
Oh,
later,
no, you know what? Let me change the conditions because
Okay.
it didn't give it the right kind of tension.
Okay.
So we go back to slavery days, and Tara tells you, if you buy him, our marriage is over. And if you don't buy me, you know I'll get sold to a master that's going to really put me through hell. But if you do buy me with you, because of our friendship, I know I would basically be living the good life. But it would cost you your marriage.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I gotta
Play a game.
gotta stay married. No, Tara would have to go because you can't do that. If she was so cruel that she wanted you to have a bad life, I couldn't handle that. No, but
Give me 5 minutes to quit crying.
No, here's the thing that I would say though that I think is funny because this is
Yeah, Tara.
this is the thing that would happen today though. This is how up life is today. So let's say that happened, and then so I would make the purchase. So now I'm a slaver, and then 200 years later, my kids are going through. They become wealthy, and then someone pulls the records out, and they go, "Your father was a slaver, and now you're a bad person." That's what would happen. I would end up having, out of my goodness, trying to do the right thing, I would end up my kids later in life.
Rewrite, rewind. Here's the terms now. So listen, same terms with a twist. So Tara tells you if you buy him, our marriage is over. If you don't buy him, then I'm sold to your mom.
To my mom?
Yeah.
Oh, my mom, other than that one moment, I think you would like my mom.
I don't know. She called me a nigga, son.
She thought she was being funny, and I know it's up. And my mom was taking about it too. And you know what? It's funny. She said something to me the other day, and I said, well, tell Aries. I said hello, and I go, how do you want me to tell?
You should tell her. Yo, you tell him. Call him.
I said that. I have said that to her before. And she goes, she said something. I don't know what she said, but I go, don't worry. We talk about it on the podcast all the time. She goes, you do? Yeah, Mom. You f***ed up. I tell her all the time.
Right.
But she really, and she goes, but he called me a white woman. And I go,
Well, that's the same amount of pressure.
I know.
That has the same weight.
but to her, it felt like one way, and she didn't mean it. She meant it like this. I'm making an excuse. Yes, it's my mom. She said that she felt it was like she was joking that she was a white woman, so she used that. But again, I told you I would have lost my life savings if you said to me, I bet you ask her, I bet you that she said it. I would have lost my money because I told you when I was growing, when my brother was older and he had a group of friends, a lot of them were black, and they would all use the N-word. They would say it all the time. And my mom, they were saying it in the house sometimes. She goes, "Get out of the house! I don't want to hear this anymore. We don't use that word. I don't care. I don't care of your friends." And she said it to the black guys too. We don't use that here. Get out of the house. I don't like that word. So I'm saying, I would have lost all my money. And my mom, and I don't know why. And my brother and I both looked at each other afterwards. I called my brother and I said, well, "What the fuck was she thinking?" And he goes, "I don't know anymore. I don't know if she's old or what." And my mom, I don't know, man. That one still freaks me out because it's not in her character, which goes more to what you're saying. You know, really, well, who are people? Like, I don't know that I trust anybody anymore.
Last one, and then I want to do the stupid. Dave Turner, short and sweet. Yo, Aries, based on your experience when you came here. Based on your experience when you came here to Bossier. How do you say that? Bossier? Bossy?
Bossier.
Is that really it?
Right? Wasn't it Bossier
Bossier,
City?
Louisiana? Bossier City?
Yeah, because remember, they don't pronounce stuff right out there.
Bossier City, Louisiana. Will you ever consider coming back out here in the near future? That was the casino we did, right?
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
I liked
Margaritaville.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I liked it. I wish we would have stayed
A day longer.
Yes.
And the
I felt-
casinos were like Vegas. They had everything.
Yeah, I would have liked to have stayed a day longer and enjoyed what they had there because it was nice. It was, and you know what? It was like Vegas, but laid back.
A little grittier.
You know, but I didn't feel like you know, I don't know. There's some vibe in Vegas. It's different.
Right.
It felt a little more comfortable.
Vegas is so, because especially at night with the lights, it's so glitz, glamour, and, you know, energetic.
Like you're on.
This place felt like they serve gumbo out of toilets.
Yeah, we're just relaxing. We're gonna gamble. We're gonna play some games.
I wish I
we're
knew
gonna
how
have
to do
some
a
entertainment.
Louisiana accent because I could make that so much funnier. But yeah, because I've been to cities where they go, yeah, come to the casino, and they don't have roulette. If you don't have all the games, blackjack, craps, roulette, video poker, you're not a casino. Like, there's a couple casinos in California, Manuel.
This is where your career is, where it is, because you name the shit you don't like. Manuel, this place. Leave them alone. Tell the people that what you like. Don't tell anymore what you don't like.
All right, there's a few out there that just don't have.
There, that's
all of
perfect.
it.
That's perfect.
Yeah. San Manuel Casino. Okay, so
Manuel's gonna buy a television studio next week, and he's gonna be Gary Spears.
You ready, Mark? Yeah. But don't play it till I say, are you ready to play it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we did this once before. It's back. A segment I like to call Stupid. Okay, this first stupid. Antonio Ford, 8674. Look at Aries defending another celebrity, Denzel. Wasn't he the same who said don't idolize athletes and celebrities? But here he is getting on knees, mouth wide open, defending a damn celebrity. Laugh my ass off. Listen, you stupid. First off, I've said on this podcast numerous times that I know Denzel. I used to hang out with Denzel. Denzel was my manager's best friend. I've been around the house. So I'm not just defending, and I shouldn't even say I'm defending Denzel, the celebrity, but I'm going to go there too. First of all, I'm defending Denzel, the human being, the guy that I know. Now I'm also going to defend Denzel, the celebrity, because as a also celebrity, I was coming from the place of, hey, just because you're a celebrity don't mean people can talk to you any kind of way they want. And again, Andy said this. People think that because they have access to you because you come into their homes or they go to see your movies, that they could say anything they want. And that's not it. The dude said some slick shit to Denzel. And then he accused him of having a drink, and Denzel's been sober for 15 years. The dude was an asshole. And I'm against assholes unless it's a woman, then I'll go up against an asshole. So, Jesus, man, context. Stupid. This next stupid
I do like this one. I do like this segment.
comes to us from 609 Tales. Aries is so New York, he can't part with that hat. You went to high school in New Jersey, North Brunswick. Is it New York, Papa? Brawling in those New Jersey streets, but claiming New York. I have said this numerous times. There's even a song about it. Home is where you lay your hat. Papa was a rolling stone, but wherever he lay his hat was his home. Michael Jordan has said on numerous occasions, on that one, the very first, I think it's Come Fly With Me, on VHS, one of his basketball, I don't know what you call them, biographies. I'm just a country boy from North Carolina. He claims North Carolina. He was born in Brooklyn. Tupac always went West Coast, West Coast. He was born in Brooklyn. So technically, I'm from Chicago. But I left when I was a baby. My whole existence grew up in New York, and then I eventually went to Jersey. Why would I claim Jersey if New York was my first stomping ground? Get it together, you stupid.
Name the streets, though, in New York where you were from, because that cements it even
West
more.
34th, 433 West 34th Street between 9th and 10th Avenue, apartment 12B.
And if that's your childhood, that's
my childhood.
That's it right there.
Last and not least, this stupid is Causer D-A-G-U-V. Causer D-Auga, however you say that. Aries, you sell out, got to get that blood money. So you think that Saudi Arabia is the first person that has given me blood money? I live in America. All the money. No money is clean money. All money that's in a place that comes from a place where there's wealth and power is blood money. There's blood over everything. So stop it.
You know, but also we went through this. You know, they are making changes, and Live Golf is here. No one, I haven't heard anybody boycotting. Is it on NBC? Live Golf. No one's boycotting them for the Saudi Arabian. They could call it the Saudi Arabian Golf Tour. I don't understand people being hypocrites about certain things.
Yeah. And I mean, to sit here and go, Saudi Arabia, when again,
On Fox.
It's on Fox.
for 400 years, it was blood money. It was called slavery. Slaves were being bought and sold from the exchange of money with literal blood coming off their backs. So what the are you talking about? You stupid. I like that segment.
Damn, we nailed that.
I think we should have a drum or something.
There's a lot of drum in that, isn't it?
Yeah, but we should have it up here.
Oh, like that. We were doing the Beavis and Butthead, though.
Yeah, I know we were.
Yeah.
But it hurts my neck.
You old.
I went to do that.
You know,
it
it'd been funny if just before Mark hits the button, you put on a neck brace and then.
I was thinking about just whacking you one, just like you're in a mosh pit. But I go, Harry's never been in a mosh pit. He's gonna punch me in the face.
Yeah, don't overtouch me. Put your hands on me.
Could you do that in Charlie Murphy?
Don't ever touch me, nigga. Touch me, I'm gonna knock your head on the motherfucker.
Dude, I love when you do because you got the grin. The
Well, he does it like he talks through his teeth.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, go there in that gang show, you do them impressions and shit. The Bill Cosby, that Mama Lee, you win this.
Dude, when I worked with him, I just want to tell you this because I think it's funny because that's what makes me laugh when you do it is that the teeth. I was getting laryngitis and I was really working hard. He brought me throat coat. He brought it to me the next day, and he goes, he said, you need this. You need this can fix your throat up. And he said, and he's trying to be nice, and his teeth are all like, he's looking at you like a lion about to eat you, but that's Charlie, man. I love this. I love that I got, you know what? And I'm going to say this over and over again, and I love when we do the podcast and certain things like this come out. I love that I got to do this. I don't care where this ends up. If this is it, if it wasn't it, if it didn't even get this far, the people that I've got to meet in this business have made this whole thing worthwhile. I love meeting comics. This is the best. This is the best thing that could have ever happened to me.
I accidentally stepped on something, pulled something out.
Uh-oh. Which part?
Oh no, this one right here.
Yeah, it's just the black and white one.
Yeah, what does that go to?
That's your headphones. Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just we're okay. We're done.
Charge that?
Yeah, we don't need it. We're almost done. Are we gonna do another one? Yeah. Okay, but here, let me give out some dates for this one because this one's over, man. This is our email episode today.
I gotta take a piss.
December 5th. This is the big one. Mark wanted me to, really throw a little bit more extra fire on this. December 5th, we're going to be at the Flag Star at Westbury Music Fair. That's in Westbury, New York. It's one night only. It's almost sold out. Actually, when you're listening to this, it could be sold out. It goes down here. It could be sold out. And if you get tickets and you come to see us, man, it's going to be a hell of a show. It's I think we got over 2,000 people already.
It's gonna be electric.
Okay, there we go.
2,000, over 2,000 now.
What straight man says electric?
One who likes
Otto.
to be fistled.
Otto. Fistled. Damn.
It's gonna be electric, and it'd be cool if he'd have went like this, and lightning came out his fingertips.
Again, it's a big show, man. If you want to come out, if you're out in the area, you can do so. It's gonna be a really fun show.
That's Westbury, right?
Yeah. December 6th, the next day, we're going to be at Veterans Memorial Auditorium. We're going back to back, different cities, on the road, the way it's supposed to be done. Big, big shows. Really, really big show.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Dude, my girl sent me a video and said, I want to go here to eat. And I've never been to this place. You've talked about it. I've never been there since being in New York. But when we go to Roxbury, was it Roxbury or what is it?
Yeah, it's
Westbury.
Westbury.
No, what's the other one after that?
Veterans Memorial Auditorium.
Providence.
When I get done at the show at Providence, I'm going back to New York because we're going to see my girl's brother's newborn baby. Cat's Deli.
Yeah, oh, Cats is
I've
awesome.
never been to Cat's.
I don't know how you lived in New York and you never went to Cats.
And you know what she showed me? The footage of them cutting up the
That
pastrami. Man, I'm looking forward to that.
Let me just tell you, though, it's going to come on just rye bread, not toasted, mustard.
Brown mustard.
That's it. And you're going to get a heap like that thick of pastrami.
Like a Dagwood cartoon.
And you're going to get to give you a pickle tray. I know you're not you like pickles,
a pickle go with that,
but
would go with
there's like there's like 3 different kinds of pickles that you're going to get on that pickle
a
tray.
salt fiesta.
It is so good. The cheesecake is good. I was thinking of Junior's is better, but their cheesecake is really good.
I'm sorry, I gotta tell you. People talk about Junior's cheesecake. I'm like, I'm gonna catch flack for this, but I don't think I should. Cheesecake Factory got the best cheesecakes.
Cheesecake Factory has the best whipped cream. I'm not going to give them the best cheesecake.
Dude, Junior's is a little dry. Not enough moisture.
That's part of that top part layer should be a little. No, you like all the flavors and stuff. Do you get just the regular cheesecake when you go to Cheesecake Factory?
Strawberry.
See, you get flavor. Man, I get cheesecake.
Just plain cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
No milk.
No milk.
Your palate is boring.
Coffee, man. You can have some coffee with it. if you
Hot
want.
coffee with a cold slice of cheesecake?
Yeah. You can have iced coffee. Have some iced coffee. Enjoy some coffee. Coffee's good.
If eating was you the wrong
No, dude, why do you think there's coffee shops on every corner?
for cops. For cops, nigga.
That's why Dunkin' Donuts is everywhere, especially out in New York. You know, it's so funny. When I moved out here, I was out on the West Coast. You know, we wanted, and it's not a West Coast item, but we wanted Krispy Kreme. We have Bosa Donut. We have all these donut places and these fancy donut places. I went out to I'm like donuts and like Dunkin' Donuts, man.
Mark, to milk or not to milk when it comes to pastries?
I'll take some milk with a pastry.
Ice cold, right?
Cold doesn't have to be. I don't want ice cold.
You should get you don't need milk after you get off the titty. After you got off the titty, milk days were done.
I like nice room temperature milk, fresh.
Oh, you are a serial killer.
I like milk in cereal. That's it. And I don't even eat cereal anymore, so there's no milk.
I like it when it leaves a ring around the cup.
The milk?
Yeah. I'm kidding. Okay.
Go ahead with the dates. Yeah, to the person that wrote in, you don't see the value of Mark with this.
Veterans Memorial Auditorium, December 6th at Providence, Rhode Island. After that, Aries is going to be going to Cats, which is an all-time favorite staple of New York City. December 12th to the 14th, the Funny Bone in Orlando, Florida. Going back to see I like Orlando. I like the people in Orlando, and I like the club. The club is
Orlando's dope.
great. Yeah, and because after COVID, there's actually it's busy. That whole section in Orlando is busy now. December 18th to the 20th, we're going to be at Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco. And for the day after Christmas, December 26th to the 28th, Merry Christmas, we're going to be in Arlington, Texas. I'm going to leave it there because
You don't give them the other one?
Which one is the other one?
The Bahamas.
Oh, well, I didn't know if it was for
It's
sure.
happening, man.
Okay, so I didn't say it last time, and I dropped New Year's.
I know this is a Jamaican accent, but for New Year's, we're gonna be in the Bahamas. Me and the gay batty boy.
You're bringing me?
I told you I was bringing you, man. We're all gonna get on a banana boat, butternuts. Literally, butt naked on a banana boat, butternuts.
Well, I guess I'm not going to be on this tour.
Oh, you're going, man. Wait till you find out the real part. Is that when a black man named Dexter pulls out his as big as a kayak, we're all going to jump on his butts to nuts. He's going to be the boat. He's going to be the vessel that takes us through the water.
Is this the same guy who cooled his nuts off on the cool?
On the cool breeze. And do you know what the funny image is going to be? Is when the three of us are on a Trinidadian on the boat. We go from surface to submarine when he falls underwater. So we ride in the penis, and then we go under the surface, and then we're on a submarine. That's when your body feels the cool breeze.
So after we do that, are we still going to be in January 2nd to the 4th in St. Louis?
Yeah, I believe so.
So we're going to go do the 1st, and then we're leaving there the next, because it would be the 31st.
Yeah, we'll figure it all out.
Okay. And apparently we're going to be January 2nd through the 4th. We're going to be at Helium in St. Louis. And then I might as well give January 8th to the 11th. We're going to be in Irvine, California. We haven't been in Irvine for a minute.
Yeah.
So we're going to be in Irvine. Come on out to Irvine. See the show. It's a big show. It's a great room, big room. Come and fill that up.
Hey, Steve, give me the Jamaican music for the whole segment about the Bahamas.
All right, guys. That is a show. Grab your tickets. If you need any more information, go to ariespears.com. You can get all the ticket information that's coming up, especially for the New Year's show.
And also, ariespears.com. Put a T-shirts. You heard me? I'm a Built 80s tough. The life ain't fair, but why does it gotta go out of its way to be cruel? Take life with a grain of salt and add tequila. And then it's not my job to bring home the bacon and fry it. At ariespears.com. Support your boy, nigga. Support this nigga, man.
This is
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit spearsburgpod.com.